While we don't have any traffic here, we're going to pull out of the garage and go for a little ride. And while we're doing this, hopefully very safely, we'll start talking about some of the amenities. We'll start over here on my door. First of all 4 windows in this car go down. And they are all auto, up and down, which is really a cool feature. I've got my power locks and my window lockout feature over here on this side also. I've got the power mirrors in this particular vehicle. I don't know if you can see over there really well. Well, I'll turn that way. Power mirrors, but the mirrors are also heated in this particular car. Here is how I can operate my rear hatch. I push that button, the rear hatch pops open. Only when I'm in park though, which is kind of cool. This is your traction control and stability programming button. You can actually turn that system off if you really get stuck and really need wheel spin. With the system on, the system is designed to limit wheel spin so that you can get traction. So there is a time and a need to turn that off, which isn't very often. Over here you have your light bar. You can see here that there's several different functions. Here's where in the auto position, the car will have daytime running lights. All the way down to the bottom it says DRL off. That means your daytime running lights will not operate. In the auto position, the headlights, due to a light sensor up there on the dash, will turn on and turn off as needed with the light. You also have fog lights. The switch here turns them on and off. And of course this operates your turn signals, right and left. And when you have your headlights on, it'll operate your brights, which now are on. It's hard to see, but there's a little bright indicator there that's lit up. And if we pull that back, it'll turn them off. Kind of blocking traffic here, so we'll move on. The dash is very distinct. We've got the distinct. It's very easy to read, and has a tachometer, so that when you are in sequential shift, you can actually kind of judge where the RPMs are. Nice big 140 mile per hour speedometer. Very easy to see and very easy to read. Fuel, temperature gauge, and your trip computer right down here in this corner here, Will. You can see it. I've got trip A, trip B, and odometer. Also, while you're here, you can see the wiper bar. This controls, the whole lever controls your wipers. Down one is intermittent. Here's your intermittent speed. Slower, faster. The bar on the knob on the end controls your rear. This knob points to 0. That is your intermittent speed for the rear, and of course on. And then if you want to wash it, you spin it all the way up forward. So that's your wiper bar. Kind of cool. Here's your start-stop button. That obviously starts and stops the engine, which is kind of cool because now you don't need a key. While we're here in this area, let's talk about the steering wheel a little bit. It's leather wrapped, which follows the design of the entire interior. It's got my audio controls here, which actually I can turn the system on and off and control the station and the volume. Over here I've got my Bluetooth controls for my compatible Bluetooth cell phone, which I wouldn't personally buy a car anymore without that. We're going to jump out in traffic here. I want to show you real quickly what this V6 can do, because it's very smooth, very quiet, but very powerful too. And I'm going to make sure that I don't run into somebody here. I'm starting off at 20 miles per hour. I'm going to give it the gas. And I wish you could feel the G-forces of this thing taking off, because I'm at 60 miles an hour within a couple seconds. And don't tell anybody I went that fast, Will. Like I said, it's 2 engines in one. You have great fuel economy, up to 25 miles per hour, or miles per gallon average on the highway. But you also can get the power of a V8 with this thing when you need it. It's hard to describe, it's hard to feel it on the video, but believe me, it'll set you back in your seat and you'll take off very nicely. I say the same thing about the 4-cylinders. Most people have this kind of weird feeling about a 4-cylinder, but most of the time they don't even know they're in a 4-cylinder because they're so peppy and energetic and have so much power when you really need it. That's why this car in a 4-cylinder, not a problem. Not a problem at all. We're on a particular road that's kind of noisy. It's like a pea gravel, but you can still notice that it's still very quiet. I can almost whisper. Actually, I am whispering. And still not hear a lot of road noise. It's very, very quiet. And you'll notice that too when we get out on the highway. It's very, very quiet because the entire design of the car is built to have very low coefficient to drag, which means that the air flows over the vehicle really well. Every surface, every design, the way the mirrors are designed to reduce the amount of wind noise and wind, little gravel there, wind noise and drag, so that it's very smooth and quiet. Gosh, well, we got this whole thing here to talk about too. We've got a center console up here, an trip information system. If I push probably this button here, it changes some of the information up there. A lot of stuff there that works quite nicely. It also works in conjunction with your climate control system. This is the voice-activated DVD nav screen, which I think if there's nobody up here at the stop sign, I'll just throw it in reverse real quick and show you the view. It's a really big, wide view of the back area when we do put it in reverse. All right, here we go. You'll go before I do. We're going to put this in reverse. There we go. Now you can see behind us. Good thing there's nobody behind us because they would be honking at me right now. But you can see the great big huge wide area there that is available with that backup camera. It also has the ability to load 4 different CDs in the system. That's kind of cool how that operates. We'll go back to the nav screen. It's very, very cool, very informative, and very useful when you are out driving the roads of the country. This is your climate control system. Doesn't look like much, but you can do quite a bit from here. This is the driver temperature, the passenger temperature, fan speed, air direction, and some other features for your climate control. Heated seat controls, variable heated seat controls. You've got many, many, many different settings for your heated seats. Some other cool things I'll show you when we get stopped. This is an area where you can actually put your cell phone or iPod, run the wires down through a hole in the bottom here, and actually plug it in. You've got a USB and a auxiliary audio input here with a separate power source. So you actually plug in your cell phone, your iPod, play it right over the radio. It's kind of cool. Here we are on the on-ramp to the interstate. From 10 miles an hour, I'm going to be at cruising speed or merging speed with traffic. No problem in this car. And you'll notice too, still very quiet, very smooth. Here we are at 65. We're ready to merge into traffic at traffic speed. And I'll just be quiet here for a minute so you can listen to how little wind noise and how smooth and quiet this car is just for a minute. And it's a very windy day here too, so you might hear a little bit of something, but spring days like this when we have a 15-20 mile an hour gust sometimes, you might hear a little wind noise. But also with gusts like that, the car likes to kind of sway a lot, you know, in the wind. This one's driving right straight down the road. No issues at all. Very smooth, very, very strong on the road. Very capable. That's the end of our highway. We're going to actually go back into traffic here. I'm going to actually hit the brakes pretty hard up here, Will, just to kind of give you an idea of how capable this system is when you need it, and how it's not going to lock up or how it's not going to allow you to lose control of the vehicle. So here that comes. From 40 miles an hour, just like that. Boom. Probably only, I don't know, pick a number, 40, 50 feet. Very, very capable. Just stop just like that. Gosh, what else we get to talk about here, Will? We have just a second. Here's your cargo storage area. Actually held up with all of this stuff here. Nice little storage area there for little cards or whatever. Quite unique, actually. And the armrest, what I like about it is that it's adjustable. So if your seat's farther forward, the armrest comes farther forward. If the seat's farther back, you can move it farther back. It's very, very convenient for all members of the family as they're driving the vehicle. Okay, well,